everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang. I wasn't gonna come on here and speak about everything that I've been going through for the past month and a half. My son passed away. I feel like I've been crucified and literally dragged through hell to, not share my story, but I really feel like there's been something that's been on my back, pushing me to say what happened to my son and to me. I currently getting a divorce, but my husband and I'm actually in the Air Force. I'm stationed in Alaska, and when I got pregnant on leave. He's a civilian. I'm the one that's in service. When I had got pregnant, I'm originally from California. He's from California, so he came up here to be with me during my pregnancy, and everything was lining up during the time. Majority of the things that were going on in the household, in the beginning, everything was good. I did take on a lot of the financial things just because of my job, but I didn't really have a problem with that. I just genuinely thought that we were getting everything together, for the sake of our household, our marriage, and our baby on the way. A little later down the line, my husband or ex-husband, I'm currently getting the divorce, I figured out that he cheats on me when I was pregnant. And if you know that when you're in the military and you're pregnant, you have to keep literally working up until you have the baby. So when I found out everything, I didn't confront him right away. I actually went to the emergency room to, obviously I'm pregnant. It's a hazard for me and the baby to, get sick. So I went to go get checked, and they relieved me from work for a little bit. My leadership had to come to my house to go get my things. Mind you, he's still at the house. I text him and let him know that I know and that I'm not kicking him out of the house. I'm just had to take some time away, and I had to stay with friends because it's not a good environment for me right now. Anyway, somehow in translation to him and his family, they thought that I was kicking him out of the house. So his mom or family hurried up and bought him a plane ticket back home. Oh, child. They bought him a plane ticket back home, so I spent majority of the rest of December by myself in a couple feet of snow, going back and forth to work. We also had like a car trouble, so it was just a whole thing. It was a disaster while I'm still trying to get stuff together for the baby. Majority of the stuff I bought for our son, including decorations, his room, baby care, diapers, clothes, literally everything. I was overly prepared for my son. He barely checked on us. He argued with me the whole time, stating that I kicked him out of the house and that, it was just a lot of back and forth. But I was really struggling to be alone, especially in my state. At that time, I was like about 8 or 9 months pregnant. I think I was like 8 months pregnant, and I was coming up on my due date. Y'all aren't gonna like this part, but I spent Christmas, New Year's by myself, and then he comes back around January because I'm about to be due. So I let him come back. And coming back, that don't mean like we're back good or back together. I was making him sleep on the couch and all that. I don't give, but I did, and you know, I'm struggling with that part myself of that I let him come back to be with us and watch our son be born. I feel like we fought up literally up until the day before my son was born, like literally. Like I remember I felt my water breaking. I kept going back and forth to labor and delivery, and we fought up until the day before my son was born. My son was born February 5th, and it was one of the best days of my life. I felt like, you know, maybe we could, you know, work things out and sort everything out in terms, you know, of our relationship now that the baby is here. He was helping a lot with the baby, but after I uncovered his affair or whatever he thought he was doing, he was having the affair at work, somebody that was working with him. So he left that job and pretty much was jobless. I was taking on a lot of the financial burden, but I just thought that was just something I had to do to, you know, hold my family down. Y'all don't even know how I feel about it now, so, you know, it is what it is. I did what I did, you know, whatever. Usually how it looked was I was pretty much caring for the baby 24/7. We would switch with the baby only probably like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, so I could get rest and things like that, and then I'll be up for the rest of the day and night. So I was really wearing myself out, and I really felt like I was going through some type of like postpartum depression, like from all the cheating, like the stress, carrying everything on my back, and, you know, kind of experiencing those few weeks alone. Like I just really didn't know how everything was going to look for our relationship. Just the only thing that I knew, I was just happy and excited to have my baby and to be a mom. On March 12th, the day before, which was the 11th, he kept asking and begging me for him to have the baby throughout the night. He reassured me, and he was like, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. I should have never trusted him. I went to sleep. I checked on them a few times throughout the night. At 2 a.m., at 5 a.m., everybody was good. He was good. The baby was good. When I woke up about 2 hours later, and mind you, this guy is a heavy ass sleeper. He's a heavy ass sleeper. And as soon as I got up, he like jumped up. Mind you, we do not co-sleep. Until this day, even though my baby has passed away, I have never co-slept with him. As soon as I got up, he pops up like, something's wrong with the baby. That was like just the weirdest shit to me. Like, just strange. I'm like, what do you mean something is wrong with the baby? I look at my son, he is not breathing. So I'm doing CPR on my baby. I don't know how they were laying in bed. He reassured me multiple times, even throughout the checkups. I'm like, do you want me to get him? Do you want me to get him? He's like, go to bed, go to bed, go to bed. I didn't see how they were physically laying together in bed if he fell asleep with the baby or whatever he did with the baby. I didn't see that part. The only thing I seen was my baby was not breathing. So I'm coaching him to call 911 while I'm doing CPR on my son that I don't know how long he hasn't had been breathing for, because the last time I see him, he was good at 5 and it's 7 now. Point in all, he was irresponsible with me. He was irresponsible with my son. He blamed me and told me that I should have trusted my motherly instinct. Mind you, this is my first kid. This is our both first kid. He said a bunch of mean and cruel things to me, dragged me through hell, was walking past me throughout the hospital, just made my life a living hell, and I hate him. First off, I just want to say, like, thank you for all the responses that I have gotten in regards to my situation and my son. I'm really trying to hold it together right now because it's the first time that I have talked about my son passing away, and it happened to me in my situation. I'm not a person that be looking for sympathy online or be trying to gain some type of like attraction or anything like that. So this is not like a money grab or anything like that. God is still good, and I gotta keep going for my son. In regards to the situation, just to answer like a few questions that were in the comments. No, my ex-husband is not in jail. Currently, like, what has been going on is that when my son passed away, he passed away in the hospital 5 to 7 days later. And he passed away in my arms. You feel me? And I will forever remember that. I will never get that out of my mind. When he passed, the medical examiners did pick him up. So they did an autopsy on him. And I currently don't have the report. I don't have the official cause of death. And I don't know whether currently at this moment that if it was intentional or accidental. I've kind of been lost in the loop and trying to cope with the situation just because I truly deep down don't know exactly what happened to my son. I personally want to investigate if there should be justice, whether it be karmic or it be judicial. I don't give a fuck. My son did not deserve that. He just, he's a baby and innocent. You know what I'm saying? And he was a really good baby. I was never really big on kids per se or anything like that, but when I got him, he was very, very intelligent, holding his head up at such literally the day that after I had him, he was super advanced, loved music, loved to FaceTime, loved to tummy time. He only cried if, he needed to be changed or, needed to be held, sang to, or to eat. Like I said, I was never on here to get a sad story or anything like that. I was not expecting for the video to blow up like how it did or anything like that. So please understand, I'm not a person that, come on here like with a sad story or be looking for sympathy. I actually hated to tell the story and I was very reluctant to share. I was very excited for the next chapter and to become a mom. As far as me right now, my career in the military, currently I got new orders to go to a new base. So I will be closer to home and with family and things like that. I really do appreciate my leadership and my family and friends and everybody that has checked on me and been with me during this time. Not a lot of people even knew about the situation before I even post, even kinfolk and people that have been knowing me for years. So me sharing my story, it was just me reliving it, and it is such a fresh situation for me. I'm super blessed with the people that have been by my side. Shout out to my family, Michaela, V, everybody that I have been going back with for a long time. I feel like if they're not with me during this time, I feel like I would have went to jail, and I'm not playing. I, I would have went to jail. Everybody that also knows me, that this is not a story for tea or to talk about or anything like that. I just can't live my life, not in the truth anymore, and share my son's story at the end of the day, because he really was an awesome baby. I've been doing good in life thus far, and it's only up from here at the end of the day. So for everybody who's thinking that, this is a gossip or tea or talking about this situation, you feel me? I hope God heals your heart. And I wasn't sharing the story to, tell on anybody or, you know, tell the tea. This is real life and my life and what I have experienced, and me and my son experienced, and God is with me and God is with us, and God is holding my baby currently at the end of the day. I'm struggling with the fact of this week, it's Mother's Day. I was really looking forward to everything with my son, seeing him grow, and coming up like on all these accomplishments and holidays. You don't know how it is for people. So I just want to put it out there that you never know what people are going through. As far as like me, I've been coping with the best way that I know how, and I'm not perfect. Only the Lord is, and I've been drinking and I've been partying and going outside. I'm only 24. I'm about to be 25 at the end of this month. I definitely been wearing a mask about this situation, and been trying to boss up and level up off the situation. Try to appear good on the outside, but seriously, like, you never know what people are going through. I intend to keep my career in the military. I love it. I mean, I would not know who I am without it, and I would not know who I am without my strength of the Lord. I really have some real people in my corner, seriously, that have took a hold of me and have me in their sight, and God has me in His sight as well. And I know that they're not letting up off me at all.
What to do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional. Yes, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. All right, man. This is a sad situation. Looks like she's getting a lot of love from the people in the comments. Terrible, terrible situation. There should be an investigation on this. I've By the grace of God, I've never lost a child, and I'm a knock on wood because I love my kids. They're amazing, and I'm happy that I'm able to see them grow. And the thing is, one thing that concerns me the most is like when my baby was little, it was just like laying in the bed with her. It was always a thing because they slept between me and the mama. You know what I mean? And then even now, um my baby is like, she likes to sleep under me. Like she'll like take my arm and wrap herself under my arm. And so it's like the most uncomfortable thing, but thing is I can feel her and I can feel her breathing. So it's like uncomfortable, but it's like comforting. Like I know she's there. So to not even have that is like when my kids was little, like I used to just like put my ear by their nose and be like, damn, she's so peaceful. Like she ain't even moving. Like, you know, um, it's just like that, all the time. When my kids are when they are really quiet, you be like, you be in a different room and you don't hear the toys and you be like, uh, you turn on I turn on the camera, look in the living room. I don't see her, so like her little Barbie dream house is like right by the camera, so you can see. I can always see her head bobbing around by the dream house or whatever. So I'm like, I can see her like, oh, okay, there she go, and I can see all through the living room. And if I don't see her in there, I I could kind of turn the camera, look if I see her, if she not over there, she either in the cabinet looking for some chips or something. I'm like, it's too quiet. Then I gotta get up. And so I get up and go in there and then, she sleep on the couch or something. And I'll be like, man, then you check on her, lay on her, cover her up or something like that. And it's just like, but that's just as a parent, I know like my instincts is always on my child. Like you always listening. You always listening for something going on in the other room. The TV is never too loud. My music is never too loud to hear what's going on around the house because I'm always listening for this kid who's always in shit. You know what I'm saying? You can bet your bottom dollar when when I had both of my niece and my daughter over at the same time, and it just got quiet. I'm like, nope, something going on. I get up and guess what? They all in my oldest daughter's room in her hair products, and one of them got a hair full of like hair gel and stuff like this. And I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like you just know as a parent, you just know something's wrong. You know what I mean? So she knew, like, as a mother, like she felt she had to get up and always check because as a parent, like it's just in you to do it. And she hadn't even perfected it, you know what I mean? But you should be able to, as a mother, be able to get some rest because that's why you have a significant other, because you want them to be able to care for the child also. And I don't think mothers trust fathers enough, and this gives for many reasons why women don't trust men as parents. But not every man, like, you got to give some men need some grace because we do take care of kids. But at sometimes some people just don't understand and they just ain't got it in them. So, and I'm not saying all guys do it. I just know some men just ain't. They ain't got no damn common sense. But you know, a father, men, we don't have it like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that. It kind of got to grow with you, or if I ain't never had a son. I've had stepsons, but never had like a biological son. So my stepsons, it wasn't never like I never have the same attachment that I do have with my actual daughters. You know what I'm saying? So it's like having daughters, you just you have a different type of connection to jump up and all of them. So I take care of all of them. They all daddy's girls, all of them. They kind of rude. The older they get, the ruder they get. So, but that's just how it is. But you just gotta when you have kids, man, you know, you just gotta pay more attention to them. That's all. That's really all it boils down to. But again, like I said, I didn't start off like this. It just the instinct of being a father got better as I had more and I learned more about dealing with kids and having more patience. Like the patience I had for the first kid versus the last one is like totally different. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to this lady for telling a story. I'm pretty sure it'll help a lot of other women dealing with grief, or people with past trauma, just like, somebody with past trauma could, give her some few words, but she's getting through it. The guy, I don't know the situation. I'm not gonna say he did anything wrong. He just didn't have. I mean, if he went to sleep and the baby, he don't know what happened to the baby. It's like, what are you doing? Like, my thing is, I know the basics, like baby on the side, uh, what you call it when you wrap the baby up really tight so they don't put their hands all over everywhere, and you know keep cats out of the room. I didn't have cats. I just know you don't leave cats in the rooms with babies, and then it's just certain things that you do. It's certain ways you hold babies. You always gotta burp them, and it's just things you do that you learn, and you really gotta listen to women, and listen to your mama if your mama know, because some of y'all ain't got mamas, but swaddle, yeah, swaddle you, but you gotta swaddle the baby. Wrap that baby up like a burrito, and you know, it's just stuff you gotta learn as a father that you won't learn it on your first try, but you'll get the hang of it. So I think he just didn't take it serious, or he wasn't even. And then the fact that he was cheating, I don't think the cheating had anything to do with his misuse of or his negligence to whatever happened that night. Him cheating just topped off what she was already going through, and then having to deal with the loss of her child. So, two heartbreaks. And then it's just like, he cheats on you, you lose your child. Now you're broken from this relationship with no ties. Now, is that what you really want? You don't really want to, like, break ties with this person by losing your child. That's like the worst freaking thing that could ever happen to you. So, like, if you lose the person, like, not lose them like they die, like, if you break up with them, you can live with that. You can get over that. It might hurt couple months, but a child is something different. So, everyday people, man, let me know what y'all think about this crazy situation in the comment section. And yeah.
Everyday people. Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as fast as 1 week.